student. Today we will study about the Ishwaran, the storyteller of book movement. Class 9th. The story was narrated to a Ganesh by a young man, Mahendra by name. He was junior supervisor in frame which offered on hire supervisor at various type of construction site, factory, bridge, dams and so on. Mahendra's job was keep on an eyes on an activity at the work site. He had to keep moving from place to place every now and then, as ordered by his head office from the coal mines area to a railway bridge construction site, from there after a few months as a chemical plant which was coming up somewhere. Explanation. Now I am explaining the passage. Mahendra narrated a story about his cook Ishwaran to Ganesh. Mahendra worked as a junior supervisor in a company which provided a junior supervisors to the various construction company on rent. He got a posted at a different site like factories, bridge, dams which were under construction. Mahendra worked was to keep an eyes on all workers at the site. He had to change the place often and worked a various places like a coal mines, railway, bridge, construction site and the construction site of the chemical plant. Now next para. He was a bachelor. His needs were simple and he was able to adjust himself to all kind of odd condition. Whether it was an equipped circuit house, circuit house and or a makeshift canvas tent in the middle of a stone quarry. But an asset he had was his cook Ishwaran. The cook was quite attached to Mahendra and followed him uncomplainingly wherever he was posted. He cooked for Mahendra, washed his clothes and chatted away with his master at night. He could weave out endless stories and on the varied subject. Now I am explaining the para. As Mahendra was an unmarried and he did not have a family, and he was able to live in these temporary quarters provided at the construction site, and he adjusted well in the circuit house which did not provide the basic amenities or even the rent, which were temporary in nature. Mahendra had and he was accommodated his cook and Ishwaran was very close to Mahendra, accommodated him everywhere. He did not complain about the tough condition in which he had to live. He cooked food for him, washed his clothes and gave him company by talking to him at night. Ishwaran had a quality that he has a good at telling story, and he entertained Mahendra and his story which were based on different subjects. Ishwaran also had an amazing capacity to produce vegetables, cooking ingredients seemingly out nowhere in the middle of a desolated landscape with no shop visible for a mile around. He would conjure up the most delicious dishes made with fresh vegetable within an hour arriving at the zinc sheet shelter at the new workplace. Mahendra tells Ganesh that Ishwaran was a great cook. Where they shifted a new location, he would gather all the vegetable and other ingredients required by him to cook in no time, as they lived and the place was not inhabited by many people. In temporary shelter with roof made of metallic sheet. It seems as if he would do some magic and gather all the ingredients out of nowhere. As they lived in the place like many people live in the temporary shelter, and it is metallic sheet, and it seemed that it would be some magic and gather all the ingredients out of nowhere. He will gather the every type of ingredients. Now Mahendra would be up earlier in the mornings and leaves for the work after breakfast, carrying some prepared food with him. Meanwhile, Ishwaran would tidy up the shed, wash the clothes, and have the take bath, and pouring several buckets of water over his head and prayer all the whiles. And it would be lunchtime by them. After eating, he would be read while before dozing off. The book was usually some popular Tamil thrill running 200s of pages. Its imagination, description, and narrative flourish would behold Ishwaran in thrill. Mahendra would wake up early in the morning and get ready and leave for work after eating his breakfast. He would carry his lunch along with him. After he left, Ishwaran would clean the living place and wash the Mahendra clothes and have a nice bath. And he would take many buckets of water and pure water as his head will as his head while a prayer. After that, he would eat his lunch and his favorite book in Tamil language. Ishwaran read it. Ishwaran would be get carried away with the details and description given in the book that he read. Then he would go off to sleep. As Ishwar, his own description were greatly influenced by Tamil author, and that he read when he was narrating even smallest an incident. He would try to work in suspense and surprise, ending the account. For example, instead of saying that he had come across uprooted trees on the highway, and he would be say eyebrows at arched and hands held out in the dramatic gesture. The road was deserted and I was along with. Suddenly I spotted something that I looked like an enormous brushy beast lying sprawled across the road, and it was the half inclined and turned go back. But I came closer. I saw it was a fallen tree and its branch spread out. Mahendra would stretch himself back, canvas chairs, and listen to Ishwaran tale uncritically. As Ishwaran read his story with detailed description, then narrated them in the same way, Mahendra recollected that he would narrated even a small incident with a lot of suspense and surprise, and made it very interesting for the listener. And he gave the example that instead of saying that he walking down an highway and some across the tree he had broken and had fallen on the road, Ishwaran would use the facial expression totally body gesture to narrate it. It would say that the road was empty and he was all alone. This would create a suspense in the to the listener mind, that he would say that all sudden he saw that the huge beast was lying across the road as he was walked ahead. His mind was telling him to turn and go back. As he reached closer, he saw that it was a tree that had fallen and was lying on the road. The branch of the tree had spread out and seemed as if it was a huge beast. Mahendra said that talent of Ishwaran made the simple story very interesting, and it is captivated him, although he knew the some of stories were not true. But the way in which Ishwaran narrated them was interesting, that Mahendra would not saying anything instead to him and listen to him quietly. The place I come from famous the place I come from famous for timber. Ishwaran would begin. There is a richly wood forest all round. The logs halted in the lorries by elephant. They are huge, well-fed beasts. Then there was turned wild. Even the more experienced may out not able to control them. After the prologues, Ishwaran would launch into a elaborated anecdotes of involving an elephant. Mahendra recollect another story told by the Ishwaran, said that his native village was surrounded by a huge forest which was full of a tree. The huge log of timber were sold for commercial purposes and they were transported into vehicles by elephant. They were huge elephant and if they becomes mad, they would get out of control and out would be tame, not able to handle them, and this is inculatory session was followed by the detailed story involving an elephant. Once day, Tusker escaped from the timber yards and began to roam about the stamping of bushes, tearing up wood creepers and breaking branch at will. You know, sir, how an elephant behave when it go mad. Ishwaran would get so caught up in the excitement of his own story that he would get up from the floor and jump about, stamping his feet and emulations the mad elephant. Huge logs at the timber were sold for a commercial purposes and they were transported into the vehicles of by the run by elephant. They were huge elephants and if they become mad they would get out of control and Mahawat would not be able to control them. This introductory section was followed by a detailed story involving an elephant. One day, Tusker escaped from the timber yard and began to roam about, stamping on bushes, tearing up white creepers, and breaking a branches at will. You know, sir, how an elephant behave when it goes mad. Ishwaran would get so caught up in the excitement of the own story that he would get up from the floor and jump about, stamping his feet emulations of the mad elephant. One day, uh, a tusker escaped from the timber yard and began to roam about and stamping on bushes, tearing up wild creepers and breaking branches at will. You know, sir, how the elephant behaves when it goes mad. Ishwaran would get so caught up in the excitement on his story and would get up on the floor and jump about, stamping his feet and emissions of his mad elephant. The elephant reached the outskirts of the town and breaking the fence down the mastics and he would continue. It come to the man and smashed all the stalls selling fruits and mud pots, clothes. People ran to the shelter so that they can escape from the mad animals and people can have scattered the in panic and the elephant now entered the school ground where children were playing, breaking through the brick walls. All the boys ran into the classroom and shut the door. And the bees granted the wanted about the pulling out the football and goal post, they tearing down the volleyball net and kicking the flatten the drum kept of water and uprooting the shrubs. Meanwhile the teachers had climbed up to the terrace and the school building. From there they were helplessly watched the what the elephant is doing, and there was not a soul below on the ground, and the street were empty at that time. And I was studying in a junior class at that time and was watching the whole drama from the rooftop. He said that he was studying in the junior class at that time and watching the whole drama from the rooftop. I don't know what came over me suddenly. Suddenly something has came over him and I grabbed a can from the hand of one of the teacher and ran down the stairs into the open. The elephant grunt and meaningly swung a branch of trees which is held in its trunk and it stamped its feet, kicking up a lot mud and dust. It looked frightened, but I moved slowly toward it and stick in the hand. People were watching the scene and hypnotized from the nearby the house top and the elephant looked at me, red eyes ready, rushed towards me. It lifted trunks and loudly shouting, and it has moment I moved forward and mustering of all my forces, and in third tones of the quick and beast looked stunts of the moment. Then it shivered from the head to foot and collapsed. As the elephant reached the outer boundary and their town to broke the fences and seemed there were a matchstick elephant and all the noise is making and step of water drum and broken many plants also and watched helplessly as the elephant was destroying the school property also. There was at that time the town was empty. At that time, the town was empty, and the elephant made the loud noise. When he saw a small boy approaching, it is lifted a branch of tree in a trunk that hit foot and the ground, which is lots of mud and dust. The elephant was threatening Ishwaran, but the boy was not afraid of it. With the sticks in his hand, he moved towards the elephant slowly. When people had climbed on the rooftop of the house, and they were standing still and were waiting to what happened next. Ishwaran saw the elephant had red colored eyes and was full of anger. It can lift its trunks and made a loud sound, and it was a about the attack Ishwaran. Just then Ishwaran gathered all his forces, hit elephant third terminals quickly. The elephant was stunned, and what happened that it reached the shivering all over the fainted, fell on the ground unconscious. Ishwaran is a very good storyteller and he is explaining that he is very brave and he has made unconscious the elephant. Now the day without Ishwaran recounting some stories. So once morning when Mahendra was having breakfast, Ishwaran asked, I can make something special for dinner tonight. Sir, after all, today it is an auspicious day account to the traditions were prepare various delicacies and spirits of ancestors today, sir. That night, Mahendra employs the most delicious dinner and complained Ishwaran on his culinary skills and very pleased but unexpectedly launched into a most garish account involving the supernatural. You know, sir, that the entire factory areas occupying was one of the burial grounds, and he started Mahendra was jerked out the pleasure of revels and had drifted into the different satisfying meals. I knew the first day it was I saw a human skull lying on the path, but even now I come across a number of skulls and bones, Ishwaran continued. The Mahendra, who has been listening with the attention that he left hanging, and when he was returned, Ishwaran would not pick up the turn, would narrate it, one of the story full and adventure, horror and thrill. Sometimes Mahendra felt that story was a fiction, but still he enjoyed listening to the because unique way in which he narrated an Ishwaran, as there was a television set as placed lived, and every day Ishwaran would narrate it, one of the other story full of adventure, horror, and sometimes Mahendra felt that the story was a fiction, but still he enjoyed listening because his way of telling is different. As there was a television set in the place where lived, there were stories were a source of entertainment for Mahendra. One morning, Mahendra was having the breakfast. Ishwaran asked him if he could prepare a special meal for dinner. It was good day. He added that on that day they prepared a special food for the soul of the dead elders of the family. Ishwaran had preparing a delicious dinner and Mahendra praised his cooking skills and Ishwaran was very happy on being praised, but all of a sudden started narrating detailed story relating a ghost and supernatural power which was disliked by the Mahendra. He want he went on the narrated how he sometime saw a ghost and Knight, I am not easily frightened by these things, sir. I am a brave fellow, but one horrible ghost of woman which appears at the midnight during the full moon. It is an ugly creatures which matted hairs of the shovel face, like a skeleton holding on the forces in its arm. Ishwaran added that sometime he saw a ghost at night, although he was a some scared of them as he was a brave person. But once he saw a very horrible ghost, which by seeing them he has got frightened. He has got frightened because his body is made of the skeleton holding unborn baby. It looked like just a skeleton. Ishwaran added sometimes he saw a ghost at night, where he was a horrible ghost of woman. It appeared full moon at 12 o'clock. It was ugly and he is just like a skeleton. Mahendra shivers at the description and interrupts rather sharply. And you are crazy, Ishwaran. There was no such thing, ghost or spirit. It is a figment of the. It is just an imagination. Get your digestive system examined, and may you heard as well. You are talking about nonsense. Mahendra disliked the story and interrupted sharply. And he scolded Ishwaran that he said that it was just a nonsense. Mahendra said the ghost did not exist, and it added that he was Ishwaran imagination only, and ordered Ishwaran to get himself checked up to get his digestive system and his brain examined as he left the room and retired at the night and expected and of the morning he was surprised to find a cook of cheerful and talkative as ever. From that day Mahendra for brave talk, and he bed with a certain uneasy every night and praised the darkness outside throughout the window next to his bed, trying to make sure that it was a movement of dark shapes, but he would not see a darkness and which is twinkling lights of the factory miles away. Mahendra disliked the story, this type of which is of the ghost, and he asked him to keep quiet and please take the treatment from the doctor. A few days he had scolded him the previous night, and he was astonished to see cheerful and talkative Ishwaran the next morning, Mahendra had thought that Ishwaran would remain quiet for a few days, and he had scolded him previous night. He was astonished to see cheerful, talkative Ishwaran with the next morning, so that he was talking, and Mahendra showed that he was very brave, but he was uneasy because of the story Ishwaran has narrated every night before going to bed, and he peeped to the window next to his bed and himself, and he was there was no ghost around, and he not seen any ghost, only saw darkness and twinkling light in the factory. He had always liked admiring milk white landscapes on the full moon night, but after hearing the Ishwaran story of female ghost, he avoided looking out the window altogether when it was moonlight. One night Mahendra was woken up from the sleepy lawn close to his window, and he first put down the cat prowlings around the mic. One night Mahendra was woken up from the sleepy by the low moans and the close to his window. At first he put down to a cat and resist the curiosity to look out there should behold a sight which will stop heart, but walking become a louder and less filing, and he could resist the temptations and moonlight outside, and there is too far away darkness cloudy clutching bundles. Mahendra broken into a cold sweats and pillows, painting as gradually recover ghastly experience of become a reason himself, and finally could it be a subconscious had played on him. Before listening the before listening story Mahendra watching the wild colored landscape and full moon night, Ishwaran had told me that no full moon female ghost haunted place, and he stopped looking out of the mind. He was afraid he was afraid bumping into ghost ugly ghost. One night Mahendra was woken up and his sleep by the low moons close to window. At first down he cat prowling around the mic, and the sound was too gracious of cat, and he resists curiosity. Look out, he should behold a sight would stop his heart. But walking become louder, less fun, and he could not resist the temptation any more. Lowering himself to the level the window shells, he looked out the white sheets of moonlight outside. There is no too far away the dark cloudy from forms of clutching. Mahendra broken into a cold sweat and fell back in the pillow. Fainting as gradually he recovered from the experience, it became a reason for himself and finally conclude that it must be some sort of auto suggestion, some trick of subconscious played. Once night Mahendra thought that it could be a cat looking Mike, but it cannot be a cat but a ghost. He had thinking that it was just a ghost, and in his mind was playing a trick. That is the problem, that one person when he was listen about the ghost story, then his mind is working on that only. By the time of Mahendra woke up and he took a bath and came out for the breakfast, he forgotten ghostly experience at previous night, and Ishwaran gave him some lunch and his bag. As Mahendra was about leave, Ishwaran smiled and said that another day Mahendra was scold him for discussing ugly story, and Mahendra himself, Ishwaran, heard Mahendra cries previous night. A chill went down the Mahendra, and he did not wait for Ishwaran to complete his sentence. He hurried away to the office and he handed his paper, resolved to leave the haunted place as very next day. Now the Mahendra was Ishwaran comment scared Mahendra once again. He did not hear him further, and he hurried off the office and decided resign from the job and leave the haunted place, and he could not live there any more. This is the story of Ishwaran, storyteller, which can frighten the Mahendra by telling the story of the ghost, and that story is was moved in his mind, and that is why he have decided to resign and go back from that place, that haunted place, and he was really got frightened, and he did not wanted to live on that place anymore. So student, today here the chapter has been ended, and you will subscribe my channel.